Hello, welcome guys. In the last part we have discussed about our Earth's formation. In this video we will be discussing about our Earth's internal structure and also the movement of Earth's crust. The Earth is formed up of three main layers. They are crust, mantle and the core. Let us discuss about the first layer of our Earth, that is crust. We live on the Earth outer part of the Earth, which is called the crust. The crust was formed when Earth became rock solid from a semi-solid state. These layers go up to the depth of 100 kilometers. In the present scenario, as the population is increasing, the place that we live is becoming scarce day by day. The estimation of population of India by 2050 is that it would become a home to 1.656 billion people. In the future, people would be preferring to live underground because the crust would become overpopulated with humans. The trend of underground homes will begin sooner. Crust on Earth can be comparable to the egg's shell. That's how thin the crust is compared to the other layers of our Earth. Presently, the crust is slowly becoming inhabitable because of the climate change. Living underground might become our next option. Living on crust is a little bit difficult because the traffic can be considered as a 2D formation, but if we start living underground, it might be considered as a 3D figure where you can go up, you can go down and left and right as well. So living underground might become the option sooner or later. Now let us jump into the another layer, that is mantle. This exists as a depth of 100 kilometers to 2900 kilometers. The upper part of the mantle is pliable area. That means it is little bit flexible, it can be mendable. So this area, this mantle is actually a semi-solid formation where the crust is actually floating on it. This consists mainly of chemicals called silicates. Activity in the mantle drives plate tectonics. What is plate tectonics? So the Earth, when it cooled down, it formed a solid state, right? So this plates also continuously move because this crust is actually floating on mantle. So as mantle moves underground, because of the pressure, the tectonic plates also move. So when tectonic plates move, earthquakes occur. The movement of mantle also drives and contributes to volcanoes as well. The sea floor spreading, earthquakes and mountain building as well. As we all know, the Mount Everest is also growing every year because of this tectonic plate. From about 410 kilometers to 660 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface, rocks undergo radical transformation. This is the mantle transaction zone. Water in transaction zone is not water as we know it. It's not liquid, it's not vapor, it's not solid or even plasma. Instead, water exists as hydroxide. Hydroxide is an ion of hydrogen and oxygen with a negative charge. So it's crystallized formation. So there is more water underground than on the crust, but we can't actually use the water underground in the mantle area because it is in the form of hydroxide. Now let us jump into the final two parts of the core, because core has been divided into two sublayers. This core exists in the depths of 2900 kilometers to 6376 kilometers beneath the Earth. It is composed of dense and heavy substances like iron and nickel. Let us talk about the two sub parts of cores. First, let us discuss about outer core. Outer core is composed of materials like nickel and iron. It is in the area of 2900 kilometers to 5100 kilometers. The liquid metal of the outer core has very low viscosity, meaning it is easily deformed and mendable. The temperature of this area is about 6000 Celsius, as hot as the surface of the sun. Now let us discuss about the final layer of the earth, that is the inner core. The solid inner core, which is in the part of 5100 kilometers to 6376 kilometers of the earth, is made up of compounds and heavy substances like gold. The inner core is a hot dense ball of iron. It has a radius of about 1220 kilometers. The temperature in the inner core is about 5200 Celsius. The pressure is nearly 3.6 million atmospheric units. Because of this unusual set of circumstances, some geophysicists prefer to interpret the inner core not as a solid but as a plasma behaving as a solid. As the entire earth slowly cools, the inner core grows by about a millimeter every year. Yes, the inner core grows every year about a millimeter. That's astonishing. The growth of the inner core is not uniform. It occurs in lumps and bunches and is influenced by the activity of the mantle. Earth's magnetic field is created in a swirling outer core. Magnetism in the outer core is about 50 times stronger than it is on the surface. So as we all know, we discussed that earth has so many layers, and these layers have still is moving, it is still participating, is still growing. Earth cools down day by day as well. So as we know, the continents positions and the formation of the world is very still, but actually it is still moving. As we all know, Hawaiian Islands are still growing day by day because the inner plasma and magma comes out of the surface and starts to cool down, and Hawaii is a growing island, as we all know. If you want to do it, you can Google search them as well. So this has been a class of different layers. I hope you guys got some curiosity on the Earth's inner core and its behavior. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the tectonic plate movements, how the continents has been formed, what causes volcanic eruptions, and this video becomes a story so that we can tell the history of our Earth. So thank you guys, thank you for watching, have a nice day.